Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, 8 o'clock. Apologize, like I said, save those kittens from that flash flood drowning, wound up slipping and fucking really fucking my back up bad. So I'll plow through this. We are looking at the futures, the 1 hours, and Dow is only up 14 points. Nasdaq's up 35 points, and the S&P futures are up 8 points. We are right on this major fucking ceiling, 41.85, 41.8650. Big, big, big. Go to sleep, wake up when that alarm goes off. 41.85. Major, major top zone up there. Obviously, with what we've got going on here, with it being a one index stock market, which is only seven stocks, which is the NASDAQ, we got some issues to deal with over there. So I'll get into that as we go into it and start looking here. Yesterday closed 41.5877, and I want to go over that real quick here. We opened up, and we already knew it was a little bit of a downward move. We got that break below 41.17. Low came in 9.59. You see over here in the alert room, 10 o'clock, put on your puts, move your stops up to 100%. The gap's still not filled, but, still got 100% in less than 30 minutes. Pretty good to go. Over here in the spread room, multiple spreads on trade, 10 o'clock. Scalp them off if you want to be free for hump day. Couldn't have timed it any better. And as you came over here, we knew we were going to get our bounce. We knew that we should be waiting for 41.36. We knew that this was going to come. We got our little shaky shake over here at 11 o'clock. And then as we came in here into 12, right in there at 12:30, when we hit that 41.36, there was a news announcement that had come out. The news announcement was from House Republican Speaker McCarthy coming out saying a debt ceiling agreement by Sunday is doable. And this is right after Joe Biden came out and started talking about everything. And we got that 41.36, and the entire crowd was incredibly happy.
Big splash, I was taking a bath, long about a Saturday night. Rubbed up, just relaxing in the tub, thinking everything was alright. When I stepped out the tub, put my feet on the floor, I wrapped the towel around me and I opened the door, and then splish.
And then the algorithm just decided, you know what, man? We got some stuff that we could do here by way of stopping everybody out of their shorts, because everybody knows about 41.55 and everyone knows about that gap, which I forgot about, 41.64, which is your May 2 high, 41.64.10. The gap is 41.67.87. The low on May 1, 41.64.12. So a lot of damage that needed to be repaired over there. Over on the futures, obviously got repaired. But I like my charts here. Right over here, this is your zero line. That's your low over on April 20th. Right over here on my zero line, 41.59.77. That is your low on February 14th. And it continued to respect that as we went into the close and made sure to close above 41.55 because everybody already knew about that.
Look at that big mud streak.
So, moving onward and trying to make this pretty concise. SPY, here is your May 1 high, 417.62. Here you are. 410.16 every single day. Call it what you want. Yesterday, fractionally missed it. Prior to the open, oh no, those were the late prints, but we did come down right around 411, I think it was, and then boom, off to the races as we went, and here you are with your little bit of a gap up. VIX, higher low. Here's your Friday when we had the major ramp up that we knew we were going to get. Oh, no, sorry. Here is your May 10th. Here is your May 5, gap up, move up, down, and here we are right here with the VIX. So you don't have the amount of excessive bullishness in the short term that you used to have. But again, what you will be quoted, because somebody was very nice to quote that, is that, the puts always lose. The puts always lose. They always lose. Yeah, well, they don't always lose. They just need to be timed. And yesterday was an algorithm day. They came to 41.36, and that was when they gave the ball to Tony Dorsett.
Big opening for Tony Dorsett. Look out, he's got great speed.
99 yards and a half.
Dorsett down the sideline. Stays in bounds.
And Tony Dorsett ran it right through the end zone, untouched, up to that 41.55 break, up to where we are. So, again, just coming over and looking at everything and bringing you into the one index that is there and the only index that is there, which is the NASDAQ, and looking at this from every point of view possible. You move down, very clear. You can call it 5 waves down. You can call it an ABC. Either way, it is a clear and crystal bottom. Now, coming into a more zoomed in point of view, you start looking here and seeing how your bottom in October, you held that same 1060 area multiple times over here, again in the end of October, and then again here at the end of the year into the beginning of the year, which is where our run starts from. Now, looking at it from a very aggressive point of view from an Elliott wave, you've got your 1, 2, 3, and very clear 5. And the only reason I say 5, call it what it is, call it an ABC, 1 here, 2, where your C doesn't equal your A. Nice little 161.8 Fibonacci right there at that 13,422. Going to zoom this in here to a 1 minute because you can see all of it. You have your 50 retracement of the entire drop down to October. And you can see it right there, 13,602, came to it, came to it, came to it. Did not spend more than seconds up here. You've got 5, 6, 7 1-minute candles that are above it. So the algorithm undoubtedly has this within its program. Come over here onto this 13,613.66. That is, we'll zoom out. This is your retracement. I'll show you here on the drawing of the drop from the February high down to the March low. I like using this, and I have found it to be very, very instructful, using it as to timing where we are in terms of trying to get the big move. And as you see here, the move up into the end of the day, 100% above the COVID lows. So once again, a lot of triggers to consider that this could finally be done with, so that we can get a nice dip so that we can go in and get into another aggressive long so that we can go into the summer. Because as of right now, where we're at, again, with this bullshit that came out on this guy, we are looking at 4 green weeks on the NASDAQ. Showing you the QQQ, it's there in your email. You had 5 off of this major run from the end of the year into the January and February top. We all knew that. We were all very aggressively bullish at the beginning of the year with the no Santa rally that we were getting in December and it being late, which was trapping all the bears because they thought no Santa rally means you're going down even further. And I wound up doing all of that fucking research to show everybody you're going to get your Santa rally whether it's during Christmas week or not. 4-week run over here off of that low in June up to that August high, 4 weeks green to make that top over in August. We had 5 green weeks end of 2021 off of that October low, which again was that major rally to the top, to the top, to the top. Over here, you had 8 weeks coming back over here off of the June lows in 2021, and you had 4 over here in March. Now, again, all of this here This is all a different algorithm 2021 as opposed to the drop in 2022, as opposed to where we are right now. So, looking at it from a technical point of view, strictly using the weekly RSI, man, you're fucking drunk. You don't need to order another shot of fucking tequila. IWM, look at this thing. It's a dead fucking cockroach crawling across 175 plus or minus 3 to try and stay alive. You look at the Dow, the same thing. Having come up to that 34,000, 34,300 level, it knows it can't go anymore because it's an equal weighted index, and you're getting your curl off already as we were heading into this, already making contact and touching over there on the 50-day moving average on the lows that we had this week. Now, come over here to your banking sector, the XLF. Now, nothing. Come on to your XLE, your energy. Again, floating off, just fading away. What else do you want to look? Your dollar, the US dollar. US dollar having 2 really strong weeks. Still a little bit weak over there. And right now, starting to break above that 50-day moving average with a very bullish view to look over here to this 105. You got Jerome Powell tomorrow. You have the TLT again with the 20-year moving down. And actually, this is one of the things I wanted to bring up. Looking back at that, over here on the QQQ, you can see volume fading and fading and fading and fading each and every week, which is always indicative that you are getting to a topping point. So, again, coming back to the reality of things, which is this debt ceiling, as I pointed out in the beginning of the week about the debt ceiling, the debt ceiling, the debt ceiling. There's absolutely zero fucking incentive for a guy to go on CNBC in the morning, this being McCarthy, who couldn't even get fucking voted in as the, Republican House rep. He couldn't even get the votes to get voted in. Now he's over here talking about that, yeah, we've got the votes and it's doable. Where he was on CNBC yesterday morning saying, there's still a wide divide and we just don't see this possible. Then Joe Biden comes out and starts talking and starts bashing the MAGA Republicans. Then you get all of a sudden a headline from McCarthy saying, oh, yeah, it's doable. We could do one by Sunday. They're throwing shit at each other, which is the same thing that they do every fucking year since I was born 50 fucking years ago, so that the one looks worse than the other when the deal doesn't come through. And with the history going back all the way to the 2007 financial crisis and how Obama got into the White House, the Republicans were not going to even fucking bail out the fucking country at that time when it was the entire country at fault. And it wound up being the Chinese that came over there and bailed you guys out by buying the fucking bottom. And that $100 billion fucking bailout deal all went to fucking Jamie Dimon and his buddies. This was bullshit yesterday. It had to be done. Didn't expect it to be done. Came out of nowhere and got done. It's kind of like when you first go to the doctor and get your prostate exam. You don't know what it's going to feel like. And then when you get it felt, whoo, a little bit more lube next time, buddy. Stick to what you're doing. The data is the data is the data. The data is never going to fuck you up. The data is there. The data is 98% fucking dependable. Your data, your charts, not what you see on Twitter, not what you see on fucking, stock twits or Reddit. The data is there. The data supports it. Your technicals are set up. We should not drop below 41.17 today. However, I would very, 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 very much be expecting to see 41.36. Have a great morning. Apologize for the late video. I will see you all very, very soon.
Can't you stop saying fuck all the time? Can't you stop talking about money? It's boring, Tony.
Where is this going from, man? Boring? What's boring?
You're boring.
Oh.
Money, 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 money. That's all I ever hear in this house.
Manny, look at this pelican flying. Come on, pelican.